Welcome, everybody. This is DJ Sam with Slammin' Tunes, and I have a very special guest with me today. I have Braden, the lead singer of Sugar on the Dashboard.
How's it going?
So, what I've got here is I'm going to ask Braden a couple of questions, and we'll get to know Sugar on the Dashboard a little bit better. And so I'm just going to go ahead and kick this off right now. How'd you guys come up with the band name?
Really, it's a weird story. We came up with the band name actually after, because I'm originally from California, and I was reading a book about LA, just like the downtown Hollywood scene, and just like there was a slight little sentence, but you know how like the little details can sometimes become, big things in big ways. The little detail, it had a club in it called Sugar on the Dashboard, was the nightclub. It was like in the 70s. And so I was like, Sugar on the Dashboard, that'd be a cool name for a song. And then I thought to myself, oh, you know what? Actually, wait a minute. I think that could be a band name. And so we decided to call it Sugar on the Dashboard. Everyone thinks, though, that we have, like, bad, like, coke problems or something.
I was thinking about it today. I'm like, I was wondering what kind of story you were going to come up with, and all I can say is thank God the club name wasn't Sweet and Low on the Dashboard or something like that.
I know, right? Something even worse. I agree.
It's a really cool story, though. I've had people say, we just kind of hung up on a movie title, or I was browsing book titles, and part of the title grabbed me. It's always just interesting to me to see where bands come up with their names.
Really? Have there been a lot with movie titles? I've never even heard one. Oh, except for one, Devil Wears Prada. That's it.
And I interviewed one recently called Alice, Sweet Alice.
Oh, okay. Any like Saving Private Ryan or?
What? I haven't come across that one yet, but I'm sure there's probably a band out there called that.
Pulp Fiction.
You know what? There's probably a half dozen of them named Pulp Fiction.
I know, right?
So, how did the band come together? How'd you guys meet? How'd you find each other?
Well, we're all from Atlanta, Georgia. That's where the band started. It's where we all live. It's where we play shows, mostly. But coincidentally, me being from California, I ended up going off to California for the summer, just to visit family, friends, and everything like that. And in the process, I actually got to meet Dina LaPolt, who is now my music attorney. And she's like an attorney for Andy Bierzak from Black Veil Bride, Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. She actually was his manager for a while. But she's amazing, and she actually gave me the opportunity to record some demos with a producer named Michael Smitty Smith. He's the coolest guy ever, and he literally just let me record those 4 songs that you hear on our demo, our EP now, Discovery's Not Dead, or Discovery is Dead, my bad. I came back with just those demos and really kind of no idea what I wanted to do with them until I ended up filling in for Ryan and Britt's old band, and they're the guitar player and the drummer, and I got to become friends with them and decided let's start a band together. And they really liked the music, so we ended up playing along together, and it was kind of just the 3 of us for like a month, and we really needed a bass player, so our friend Austin, actually, we taught him how to play bass. Nice. And he's been playing bass literally from the time he started to now, so he hasn't even been playing for a year.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're all great, fantastic musicians. They're all amazing.
You can definitely tell. You guys have a real clean rock sound to you.
Thank you.
And that was something I could definitely pick up. You have yourself listed as rock alternative, and I could actually hear a little bit of Southern rock in you.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's really that's like a little part of our sound. Where really, it kind of just randomly came up from where we're from. We hear a lot of that Southern rock down here in Atlanta. And so it really just kind of almost like subconsciously went into the music.
But it's definitely there, and it's made you different than a lot of the other bands that I've come across.
Hey, I hope that's a good thing.
It is. It is good to stand out.
Definitely.
I'm looking at your Reverb Nation page, and I see you listed as ranked number 3. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we were ranked number 2 just last week, so I don't know what happened.
I guess people need to go over and take a listen.
No kidding.
That's ReverbNation.com/Sugar on the Dashboard. Go take a listen to their tracks. You're definitely gonna like what you hear.
Thank you. Yeah, ranked. Yeah, we've been ranked up there in the top for a while, and I mean, I really think a lot of it just has to do with there just aren't really a lot of rock bands anymore, you know. Especially down here, there really aren't hardly any. Besides, like, you know, your typical bar band that plays Led Zeppelin all night.
the typical jam band.
Yeah, or the guys who just come and play like those old Deadheads that play Grateful Dead all the time.
Yeah,
just worship Jerry Garcia.
So you're talking about playing gigs. What was it like to play your first show together?
It was really interesting because our first gig was a headlining show, which that's kind of unheard of. But they gave us a headlining spot, and so we were the last band to play. You know, the band on the marquee that's big, and so that was really like a lot of pressure, but in a really good way. And then the other part of it is that we had a band member who had never been in a band before and had never played a show, and had only been playing his instrument for maybe about 3 months. So it was really interesting, to see how it was all going to turn out. But really, I mean, in the end, it was honestly like the greatest feeling in the world, though, to be playing, those songs, especially even the new songs that we've been writing together, and just really kind of seeing it all come together. Everyone says like that first show, you're never going to get that feeling again. And it's, it really is true though, because in all honesty, now here we are, we've been playing tons of shows in Atlanta, and it's almost like it's already getting to become old news in a good way, I guess. But it's already like, okay, well, like we can do it with our eyes closed.
I hear that quite a bit, and I've had an artist fairly recently said, he didn't want to play all of his brand new stuff right away, just because he didn't want to get burned out with playing it right out of the gate, even before he'd released his new album or his new EP. And do you ever feel like that you're just tired of kind of playing your songs?
Well, that's like the thing about it is, like, I don't want to say that I'm tired of it necessarily yet, because I mean, realistically, like we're nobody right now. You know what I mean? We're trying to get onto that scale to where eventually we will get tired of playing the songs because we're on tour so much, and you know what I mean? So
I totally get it. Yeah.
So right now it's really not that we're tired of it. It's more at this point we're just really like, we're tapping our feet at this point, just tapping, like we're ready, to be out there, and we're ready to be noticed, and we're ready to be recognized, and we're ready to be doing this on a way grander scale, to the point where when we come out with a full length on a record label, that's when we'll get to play those songs into the ground. You know what I mean? So right now it's actually kind of a fun thing, in a way, because of the fact that, we don't know which ones are going to be the hits. We kind of get different vibes from everybody in the audience, kind of telling us which ones that they liked. Like even for instance with you, how you were telling me before, you liked Innocence and Somebody Else, and I like Cologne Man and Mr. Role Model. It's always like that. So it's kind of exciting, actually.
And everybody, listens to a song differently, and everybody has their own unique taste.
Definitely. I mean, I think that comes through the band in general. I mean, we all, we have all very different influences and styles and everything like that for which we play, and it all seems to come together really well, though.
Who influences you? What bands or artists do you pull inspiration from?
Well, I don't like to go into specific names, because I feel like this early on in the band's stages, if I say a band name, someone's just going to assume that we're like a ripoff or something. But But a lot of the, for me personally, it's a lot of the 90s music and like the punk rock from like, the late, 77 through 79. So I like a lot of punk rock music and a lot of the 90s, alternative, and the grunge movement and stuff like that. So I like a lot of those bands. But then, we got our guitarist Britt. He worships Slash, so that's a lot of like that you know kind of 80s 90s hair metal stuff. And then but then we got a drummer Ryan who is all into hip hop. And then we got our bassist Austin who's really into the whole modern alternative. Like he likes a lot of those like he loves the band Kings of Leon, so he loves like those funky bass lines that kind of stand out. So we all have a lot of different styles, but it all comes together really well.
So do you have a new EP or album in the works?
Well, right now we've got the EP out called Discovery is Dead, that you can check out on Reverb Nation, SoundCloud, on our Facebook and everything like that. But in the works right now, we're actually planning on recording 2 or 3 new songs soon that we're going to see what we can do with, because we want to make some music videos soon. Because we actually put out a video recently, maybe like a couple weeks ago, of us just playing an acoustic song of ours. And that's been getting a lot of views lately, which has been really cool. So we want to put out like a legit music video for everybody to see. And so yeah, we're actually planning on recording soon, but not like an EP or like a full length or anything like that. Because I mean, the advice that I was given, being in a young band, is that nobody really wants to hear 30 songs by a band that's not on a label yet. That's always been my opinion on it. It's always kind of been the way I've gravitated towards it, and so right now it's just Discovery is Dead, and we're gonna hopefully have like maybe 2 or 3 new singles out, and we're gonna see what we can do with them.
The music video that you put out, or the acoustic, is that the one that's on your Reverb Nation page?
Yeah, it's called Hey Mama. The song is called Hey Mama, and it's a acoustic song. We actually played at this local venue called Red Clay Theater on like their open mic night, and it garnered a lot of views. So like for us, at least for the amount of time it's been on there, so we are pretty stoked on that.
I think I actually watched that one. The one that you have on your Reverb Nation page, I believe, is Innocence in a Sense.
We do have that one too.
The acoustic, you guys sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
No, it was a pretty good video as well. You guys are definitely talented.
Thank you.
Do you have any advice for new artists?
Yeah, I mean, the first would be first of all, be very persistent, because realistically, it's not gonna happen like the next month after you started the band. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen at your first show. It's not gonna happen at your second show. It's not gonna happen at your third show. It's something that takes time, especially in this age with social media. People do think that it's a gateway to get signed quicker or to get exposure quicker, and that could be the case for some, but for most, like even for us, for example, it takes time and it takes effort and it takes an amount of followers, takes an amount of views. And so I think my advice would be to be very persistent with what you're doing and not to give up, because first of all, you already put in all that work and effort already for those first couple years, and second, I mean, like you never know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So if you stop now, you'll never know, and that's something that I've always held very true to, because I've been doing this since I graduated high school.
No, that's really good advice. I think the advice that I hear most often is work hard, don't give up, and surround yourself with good people.
That's definitely a good one too, for sure.
The right people will get you in contact with the people that you need to be in contact with, and they won't take advantage of you along the way.
Oh, I mean, exactly. I'm lucky enough to have actually found people like that in the business already, so I'm super stoked on that.
That's really awesome.
Definitely.
So I guess we're about halfway in here. Do you want to go ahead and announce us into our first song?
Yeah, this song is called Cologne Man and the Feisty Woman by us, Sugar on the Dashboard. Hope you guys like it.
come a little closer and I'll show you my stab wounds. She's got a heart attack and it's coming real soon. I got it now, your fist, but I always pack a knife. You coming at me, something I'm gonna start a fight. Don't chase the girl because you'll always be faster. And if she's caught, would you be able to last her? I'm doing 20 years of facing up to the crime. I gotta like the pick, I'll do it in half the time. Hey, hey, who you talking to anyway? Got a secret but I don't know how to keep it. Oh, hey, hey, I don't know what to say. Got a secret but I don't know how to keep it. Oh, gun in the mirror and I still shot my best friend. Too bad he moved too far and they're trying to play dead. I ran away cause I'm afraid of my shadow. The doctor told me just to load up on ammo. A broken home and she don't even look right. My parents bought a toy so she wouldn't feel bright. I asked her what it took in life from the weather. She said it's raining but it still could be better. Hey, hey, who you talking to anyway? Got a secret but I don't know how to keep it. Oh, hey, hey, I don't know what to say. Got a secret but I don't know how to keep it. Oh, go, go, I don't even really know. You're out my doorstep and you know I like the press the button. Bang, bang, and when you look my way, your eyes are shining outside of my bed light. Shining outside of my bed light.
All right, welcome back, everybody. You're here with Sam on Slammin' Tunes, and I have got Braden with Sugar on the Dashboard.
What's up, you guys?
And we're just talking and playing a little bit of his music. And I've got another question for you, Braden. How do you handle critics?
Well, you know, in all honesty, in this business, even just in the short time that I've been in it, critics are something that there's a difference between a critic and a critique. A critic, I believe, is somebody who can be, you know, critical all the time about things in not necessarily a good way, a negative way. You know, when we think of critics, we think kind of in a negative light usually. And a critique is somebody, I think, that is giving you advice on something that they believe, you know, could be better. And so really when it comes to, you kind of get a vibe from people after a while. You know, you can tell when someone's like a legit like critic slash, you know, hater, and someone that legit critiques what you're doing and goes, hey, I think this could be better, you guys. You know, like for instance, you know, my Dina LaPolt, my attorney, she listens to my music, and you know, she gives me like critiques on things, and those are things that I take in and I absorb. And then there are people though that like just randomly that are just like, oh, you know, this sucks, or this song isn't as good as, you know, this song, and it's like, oh, okay, well, whatever. So critics, in my opinion, yeah, I think it's something where, you know, good, you know, you it's 50-50 really. But in the end though, if someone says anything negative about what you're doing, because it's art and because it's something that you're allowed to put out no matter what the limitation, you know, it's literally an unlimited spectrum, you should never really care what people say about it, you know, when it comes to being, you know, when it's negative. And it's just, you know, it's whatever.
You know, you gotta take some of their nonsense with a grain of salt, because there's probably a grain of truth in what they're saying, or they feel that there's a grain of truth in what they're saying. So you kind of gotta, you know, listen to it, but don't necessarily take it to heart.
Yeah, or you don't, like, that's what I'd feel like a critique would be, you know, like somebody going, hey, you know, I feel like you can do this more. And it's like, you know what, like that's a good point. But if someone is gonna, come up and tell me like, "Hey, you suck," I don't dwell on that. I'm just kind of like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
If you had a chance to collaborate with any band, who would you want to collaborate with?
In all honesty, if I had the choice, it's weird. Right now, there are two bands that come to mind, and for two different reasons. One, and they're both pretty big bands. One would be the Foo Fighters, because they've been doing it right since day one, in all honesty, in my opinion. That's why they've had such a long career. They'd be a great band to collaborate with because, the longevity that they've had in their career and the experience that they have, and in general, they're just great songwriters. Dave Grohl is the man, so he would be, they'd be awesome to play with. And then at the same time, if we want to go back a little bit more to my generation, the band Fall Out Boy would actually be a really cool band to work with too. They're a little bit poppier, and I'm not into that as much, but the way that they have been able to lift like the masses in the sense of like the youth and the way that they've been able to define themselves, I think has been really, really cool. And even the fact with their comeback record, because they made a record in 2008, took a really long hiatus, and then in 2012 came out with another record, 2012, 2011, and it went like, it got huge, and I thought it was a great record. Save Rock and Roll. Those guys would be awesome too.
They, going back to the Foo Fighters, amazing group. They've always been amazing from day one, and they continue to be amazing artists to watch perform. And talking about Fall Out Boy, I think that they brought an edge to the pop scene.
Definitely.
They weren't that bubblegum pop. They brought like a rock edge to it.
Oh yeah, and lyrically too. They have lyrics that, especially in the old stuff, that like kids could relate to on a way deeper level than just like a girl broke up with me, or I'm sad. You know what I mean?
I totally get it.
It cuts really deep in a good way. Their lyrics make you kind of wonder, like, like that is a really good way to describe like how I'm feeling right now, or why do I feel this way? And again, it's a little bit more poppy than what I do, but if you have good lyrics, no matter what you are, I'm gonna at least try and appreciate what you do, because I'm totally a lyrics guy.
So speaking of lyrics, when you're sitting down to write a song, where do you go for inspiration? Do you like start dreaming up the melodies, or coming up with the melodies first, or do the lyrics come first, or is it a combination of the two? Do you walk me through your process?
For me, it's really weird. Sometimes you get inspiration from either an emotion, a feeling that you're having, or kind of just the things around you. And then other times it is from a melody. It's like sometimes I'll be in the shower and I'll just be like, like thinking of, that's actually where a lot of my melodies come from. I'm just in the shower hanging out and I go, oh, that sounds kind of cool. And then you write something to it after. Really, a lot of it comes from I hear a melody in my head, or I get a certain feeling about something, and I go, what can I do with this? And that could be either writing a riff or writing a lyric. It really is a good mix of the two. Sometimes, I gain inspiration to where I want to grab a guitar, and then other times I'm like, I want to write something. And, so far it's been working out pretty good, especially with like a lot of the new stuff. So I'm pretty stoked on it. I think it's a good thing to have a good combination of the two.
Definitely. I had actually seen a report fairly recently, and they were talking about creativity and the shower, and they were talking about how people kind of have these aha moments while taking a shower, simply because their brain is literally taking a 3-minute vacation.
Yeah.
They're not thinking about anything else that's going on in the world. It's just the shower, and some of the greatest ideas tend to come to people in the shower.
I would not doubt that at all. It's true. It's such a weird thing. Yeah, I guess like it's like that the euphoria of like the shower hitting you or something. I don't know.
I guess it's the whole you're cut off from the rest of the world. It's you, the water, you in the shower, and you don't have anything else to think about. You're not thinking about your job. You're not thinking about the other problems that are going on in your life. It's just you and your thoughts.
I bet it'd be that same way in like a hot tub or something. If people had hot tubs.
It very well could be. How do people find you?
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/GOMER music, Gomer Music. You can find us on Twitter at Sugar on the Dash, on ReverbNation.com/Sugar on the Dashboard. Instagram, we actually just recently made an Instagram, maybe like a week or two ago. So we're starting to get into all the social media aspects of things. But yeah, you can check us out on Instagram, Sugar on the Dashboard. Yeah, we're everywhere. Google us even. That's always a good way to do it too, because you get like 5 different ones instead of me like trying to pour out all these links to you.
So I'm going to ask you one of my favorite questions. I ask every artist this one. What's the weirdest thing you've seen at one of your shows?
The weirdest thing I've seen at one of my shows. You know what? Not in a negative way, in a really good way, actually. The weirdest thing we have seen was when like we actually like had fans come to our show. Like legit fans that we had like met on Twitter and like followed on Twitter, and they like came and like actually came to the show and like wanted to hang out with us and sign autographs and do pictures. Like we felt like a legit band. It was awesome. So I guess the weirdest thing in a good way was yeah, when you look into the crowd and you see people like singing your songs. That was like the weirdest moment for me. You know, and like taking video of you and like totally being into what you're doing. It was such a cool feeling to know that, and I cannot wait to feel that on a grander scale, for sure.
I wouldn't call that weird. I'd call that a really cool moment. You know, and I'm glad that you were able to appreciate it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So we've been talking with Braden from Sugar on the Dashboard, and it's been a lot of fun.
It has been a lot of fun for me.
I just want to say thank you for your time. I really appreciate this, and I'm going to go ahead and have you just announce us out to your final song.
Great. This song is called Mr. Role Model, and I actually wrote it after Dave Navarro. I got to meet him a couple times, and they weren't the best experiences in the world, so I wrote this song for him. The song's called Mr. Role Model, and thank you for having me.
Thanks again, Braden.
That you think you are, I'm a star, I got nothing to lose, I got a shiny car, I don't care what you say, I'm gonna do my way, and if you don't like it, I'ma throw it in your face, and if you want the dream, babe, I'll put you on the team, but let you go when I realize I'm losing steam, cause I'm another nation, we're of a generation, a sorry second ship, we're going into publication, down, oh, I got a feeling that I'll never go around, you I got a feeling that I'll never go around you, Mr. Role Model. I've seen every city street and I don't eat cause I'm doing drugs, because my father never told me I'm the one he loves. I'm never finished, I go in and fully loaded, grab it, and if you buy my records you only support my habit. I'm writing songs about these women that I am abusing, but never look inside myself and see it's them I'm using, because I'm changed addiction and stranger than fiction. My life is over cause someday I'll be an apparition. Damn,